we went all over New England, Gillette, TD Gardens. Let's start off with Charlotte, who has a take about Drake Maye.
I think that Drake Maye will likely win MVP, but I think that it's honestly better for the Patriots right now if he were to not.
Chris, do you think it's better for the Patriots if the Drake Maye doesn't win the MVP?
When you look at the history of MVPs winning the Super Bowl, I think it would be beneficial for the Patriots because time and again, I think going all the way back to the days of Kurt Warner, whoever won the MVP did not win the Super Bowl. I don't know if that's been broken here in the last couple of years, but history tells you if you have the MVP on your team, you're not winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that dates back to 1999. That was when Kurt Warner won the MVP in the Super Bowl. I believe Patrick Mahomes did it a couple of years ago. He won the MVP and won in the Super Bowl, so that kind of broke the streak. But historically, Chris, you're absolutely right. You don't want to win the MVP because it means you're probably not winning the Super Bowl. I don't want to say too much because I do have an MVP vote, but I will say that if Drake Maye doesn't finish in the number one seed, that's probably going to hurt his MVP chances, especially when you have a terrific candidate in Matthew Stafford.
Our second Wicked Loud comes from Pat about the Celtics.
I think the Celtics, when the Tatum comes back, will win the NBA championship.
I mean, Ben, the Celtics have kind of surprised us this year. Tatum coming back next year. Do you think they can do it?
Gotta love the unbridled optimism of Celtics fans. I assume he was talking about this year, that when Tatum comes back in the spring, which I kind of expect he will, that the Celtics will go on a run. I'm not so optimistic, but next year, yes, if Jason Tatum is back and fully healthy, yeah, next year they can make a run. Don't think it's going to happen this year.
I'm with Ben. I love the optimism. I love being all in. I love the passion, but I don't think it's going to happen for the Celtics this year. Maybe in 2026, 2027 and beyond, but I think that ship has sailed this season.
That's completely fair. Moving on to Saved You a Click, we're starting off with an old friend of ours, a 44-year-old quarterback. That's right, Philip Rivers, back in the NFL. This is a video that went viral of his high school team that he coaches reacting to him playing this past Sunday. Chris, I mean, what are your thoughts on Rivers coming back into the NFL? Who would have thought?
Look, as an old guy, I can appreciate it completely. I love the idea. I love the story, but I do think this says something about the NFL's inability to develop and really draft good young quarterbacks. When you're talking about a team pulling a 44-year-old quarterback off the couch, a grandfather, for goodness sakes, there's no one else out there that you could make a call to, and I will say this too, I have to think, at least for one hot second, Tom Brady watched that and went, I wonder.
Yeah, but Tom Brady did note that he's actually not allowed to come back because of his deal as an owner of the Raiders. But I guarantee you he's been thinking about it. I love it. Old Man Rivers is the best story in the NFL this year. And I think it makes a lot of sense. They didn't have to teach him the offense. It's the same scheme he ran in San Diego. He already knows the coach. All he has to do is go in there and manage the game. They almost pulled off the upset over Seattle, so I loved it. So, all right, thank you, Danielle, very much. All right, Chris, let's end the show here with our Hail Marys. You go first.
Look, after talking to guys in the locker room after Sunday's ugly loss to the Bills, the way it wrapped up, I was thinking that they were going to say, well, there was going to be some hemming and hawing. I think this team is well prepared to bounce back Sunday night against the Ravens in Baltimore. I'm saying the Patriots win this one.
And I'm going the opposite way. My Hail Mary, I think the Patriots are going to lose to the Ravens. The Ravens can run the ball. They've had 406 rushing yards the last two games. The Patriots can't stop the run. I think it's going to be a tough night on Sunday in Baltimore for the Patriots.